Mate, no ngā haue whā o te motu, kua hinga ngā tōtara o te waonui a tāne. Some of our greatest trees fell on this journey. From the west, te pā whakawairua o te Pāti Maori Tariana Turia. To the east, te māreikura o te kohanga reo, Iritana tā whiwhirangi. Ki te morehu whakamutunga o te rua tekau mā waru, Sir Bom Gillies. And recently, the fearless fighter from the far north, Hinewhare Harawira. Hoki mai ki te ika nui, te whareariki Kingi Tūheitia, who left a message of unity to the four winds. Kei taku ariki nui, koine ngā waihono i te pō, e noho nei I runga I te torona, rire hau, pai maerere. This speech has been the most daunting speech I've ever had to write, and I've said, oh no, what am I going to say now? How are we supposed to voice the 270,000 written submissions, the 13,600 oral submissions, the 300,000 signatures in the petition, the biggest hikoi with 100,000 footsteps marching to Parliament? How do we piece this all together in a 5-minute speech? Here's how. We're not going to talk about the Treaty Principles Bill today. This bill was an undebatable and a non-negotiable debate, and the whole world knows our view on it. The real issue is not this bill, nor is it doing a haka or practising our Indigenous customs in Parliament. The real problem is that this institution, this House, has only ever recognised one partner, one culture, one language from one treaty. When will the rules of this House acknowledge the laws of this land, tikanga, and te tiriti o Waitangi? That is the real question of privilege here. At our darkest hour, we could have chosen to fight this, but we chose to survive this. This bill hasn't been stopped. This bill has been absolutely annihilated. Mr. Speaker, Aotearoa New Zealand made it clear to our country that it does not support this bill. We are not divided, but united, with the 90% of our country's submissions saying no. Why would we even entertain the 8% divisive rhetoric that this bill tries to achieve and waste $6 million worth of taxpayers' money when that could have been given and spent to proper food for our tamariki? Mr. Speaker, it was the voices from Times Square, New York to Kaikohe, the streets of Oxford to Ngaruahia, the Waitangi tribunals, the art on kakahu, the anonymous person who sponsored thousands of te tiriti books, the hundreds of submissions from whatawhata to whangarei, the call of unity with huia motu across the country. We could write hundreds of books on the oral submissions and their gems spoken from people like Pāti Moti Karitu, Dr. Carlo Mila, Maia Te Hira and more. The rangatahi from Te Aupōuri, who carried the banner all the way from Te Rerenga Wairua to the forecourt. This ignited an emotion that echoed with all walks of life, all races, all ages and all genders across the world. Just remember, it was their voices, their powerful voices that engaged to drown out this bill. So where to next? These past 2 years have been completely about survival. This next chapter needs to be about steps to thriving. And our roadmap to our next destination has never been so clear. For us to thrive, our job over the next few months will be to create bills, policies and legislation to remove significant barriers that disallow Māori from accessing their basic rights, not privileges. Aotearoa Hou isn't a fantasy. It's a place where unity and the roadmap has no roadworks on it, and it stops us and doesn't stop us from accessing our basic rights, like proper healthcare without a 2-week wait. It's not having to decide between learning our language or student debt. It's being able to come home to build without having to wait 3 years for the Māori Land Court. It's Māori owning the first ever supermarket to breaking down the supermarket duopoly. It's being able to swim in your tupuna awa, not chemical quarries. It's 14 Māori seats in Parliament. It's not a 5-year waiting list to enrol your tamariki in kohanga. It's a place of 4,507 Māori tamariki coming out of state care. It's maunga kahuranaki back for its uri. This is tino rangatiratanga, control over our daily decisions we make. Brick by brick, we will move from surviving to thriving. Ka mate, ka ora, ka ora. Ka mate te pire, ka ora te iwi Māori. We had two choices, to live or to die. We chose to live. Ka ora tonu tātou,